Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm so sorry that I've been missing for so long, but I got really sick in the beginning of the year and I feel like you can hear it a little bit in my voice, but finally feeling so much better and I'm sitting down to film a video for you guys. I'm actually going to upload a video tomorrow as well because I've got two videos to kind of wrap up 2017 and then I want to get started with my 2018 content because I'm really excited for, just for this year in general and for my channel and for what we can create together as a community. And I have a lot of exciting plans. But before any of that, today's video is kind of like a wrap up on 2017, and you guys have seen the past 2 years I've done wrap ups of my travel year where I put together a bunch of clips from my travels throughout the year, and those videos are super fun to make and they're actually I think two of my favorite videos on my channel. But for this year I was about to start doing that same kind of video and then I realized that there's a few trips that I did in 2017 that I didn't actually end up uploading videos about. Either I didn't quite film properly or I didn't film at all for different reasons. A lot of them was actually because there were really special and magical moments that I kind of really wanted to be present for. But I don't know, I just wanted to sit down and share with you guys some of those trips and memories and moments because they're some of my favorite of 2017, and to not document them at all on this channel didn't quite feel right because I want to tell you guys about them. So basically these are my top 5 most magical, special, incredible moments from 2017 that kind of ended up getting lost in being uploaded to my channel. So that's why I'm calling them the lost vlogs. So the first trip is actually from almost exactly a year ago. On January 2017, I went to this place called RayaWasHere. It's in northern Italy, and I went on the Live the Adventure trip. And originally we were kind of just looking for communities that were doing eco-sustainable kind of ways of living that we could take a look at in terms of us building our treehouse community. But we ended up finding this place that was so much more than that and just such an incredible place to visit. Basically, it's like a community that it's really hard to describe, but I guess you could say they've kind of have their own religion or way of life. It's just kind of a community of people who are living together who believe in similar things and have very similar values, and some of the things that they believe are not necessarily things that I believe, but just they're incredible people and the way they live their life is super interesting. And I'll link Louie's vlogs down below if you want to get a real feel for what it was. But my most incredible moment from there is they have built this underground temple in this cave basically because they were kind of hiding from the community and the police and stuff for a long time in the beginning. When they set up this community, they ended up starting this temple underground, and it's just grown and grown, and we kind of had no idea what we were walking in on. But so we walked down these stairs and these doors got open to us, and it was just so incredible, painting everywhere, literally every single part, ceiling, all the walls, the floor, and incredible mosaics. And this is called the Temples of Humanity, I believe. And basically that first room was incredible, and then you walk through and then there's so many other different rooms that were kind of on different topics, but it's supposed to be a celebration of humanity. And there was this one room in particular that honestly took my breath away, and I started crying when I was in there because it was just so moving. But it was, I guess, a celebration of the different religions throughout history and humanity, and they all had this stained glass windows, triangle windows, that were, each one was representing a different religion, and it was just so beautiful because they were all represented equally. They all had the exact same shape and size representation, and that in itself was incredible because it's so rare to find a place where all religions are respected and accepted and just valued kind of on an equal level. But also the wall behind all those windows was showing the history of mankind, and starting with cavemen and showing all the different things that have kind of shaped our humanity, and capitalism coming in, and all these different things. And then at the very end of this whole wall you look and there's a mirror, and kind of the idea of that is to say that we have a choice of what the future is. It's in our hands, and to look at yourself in that mirror, there was just this moment of wow, I have this responsibility to build a future that I am proud of and that I would want my children to grow up in, and just the rest of humanity after me, that yeah, I want to help build a future that we can all be proud of. Sorry, I feel like I've been talking for too long, but it was so magical, and yeah, definitely one of the coolest things that I did in 2017. Number 2 is something that I did when I was in Cape Town last year. I'm in Cape Town right now, so it's funny that I'm talking about it, but I ended up going to AFRICABURN because our friend Max took us. Thank you, Max. It was one of the coolest experiences that I've ever had. So basically, I'm sure a lot of you guys have heard of Burning Man. It's an event that happens in America where tons of people come out and everyone camps. There's nothing there that you can buy. There's actually no exchanging of money allowed. So you literally have to come with all your water and food and toilet paper and like everything that you'll use for the week that you're there. It's like a music and art festival. There's so much happening. Everyone's running around in cool costumes, and yeah, there's these like huge art pieces that have been built that end up being burned at the end, which is why it's called Burning Man. But so AFRICABURN is the same idea but in South Africa, and it's a lot smaller scale, but it was so cool. I've never been to Burning Man or any of the other ones, so AFRICABURN was my first experience into the world. Because there's no exchange of money, everyone just like openly shares a lot of things, and it's kind of said that you're supposed to kind of bring a gift. So I brought like peanut butter and jelly sandwiches, and people end up just like giving out alcohol and food and water, and a lot of the camps have themes and they as a camp gift things. So for example, there's no showers there. Some of the camps had set up showers that you could go and shower at, and I think unless you've been to one of these events you can't quite grasp what it is, and it's so hard to explain what it is. But yeah, the coolest thing about it is just everyone is like the most open-minded that you could possibly imagine. At the same time, people are so fully expressing themselves with absolutely just no filter. Like no part of them is thinking, oh, what are people gonna think? Are they gonna judge me? That's literally just doesn't exist when you're there. And a lot of people walk around with very few clothing, and it's not sexualized in any way. Everyone's just open arms, just loving everyone and wanting to like accept everyone and chat to everyone and get to know people and dance together. And oh, it was an amazing experience, and if you're able to get to Burning Man or AFRICABURN or any of the other ones, highly recommend it. The next experience is probably one of the most incredible things that I've ever experienced in my entire life. It's been number 1 on my bucket list for many years, and basically this year I saw the Northern Lights for the first time in my life. I was able to go to Finland. I was invited by this amazing hotel, you know, the one with like the glass globes where you can sleep basically under the stars and Northern Lights, and it's super magical. Yeah, so I was invited up there and I got to go and experience it, and I was super lucky because it was actually, I don't know if you might not remember this, but there was a sun flare, something where the sun like produced extra light one of these days of 2017, and that night I happened to be in Finland and the Northern Lights were extra bright and magical because of that sun flare. I ended up listening to Ludovico Einaudi, who is my favorite composer, this one specific song which I will link down below. Honestly, I just got chills thinking about it. Yeah, it was like a pinch me once in a lifetime kind of moment where you're just so full of like gratitude and love for the world and everything, and it's unlike anything that you've ever seen or experienced before. Number 4 is going to be flying over Australia with Louis and JP. So you guys saw that I surprised Louis in Bali while he was on his world flight, but after that I was able to join them on the plane from Bali over to Australia and then across like all of Australia basically. And that was my first time in Australia, and it was such a special way to get to see the country because flying in that small plane, we were able to fly lower, and like when we got to Uluwatu, one of the most famous landmarks of Australia, we were able to fly around it and get these incredible angles and shots of it. And yeah, it was so cool to be able to experience Australia in that way, and to be able to go to Australia for the first time as well was very special. And one of the coolest things for me about Australia in general are all the animals there. So in one way, it's a little bit scary because, for example, I'm terrified of spiders, and Australia is known to have these huge spiders, and everything's supposed to like want to try to kill you or whatever. That's how Australia is known. But on the other hand, there's also really adorable, incredible animals. Some of them who I've never even like knew existed. We went to this animal sanctuary kind of place, and there were animals that I'd literally never even seen photos of. I wouldn't have even been able to visualize an animal like that if I hadn't seen it right now in real life. So what made that experience extra incredible was obviously being able to join Louie and JP on their world flight, and also being able to see Australia in a way that I don't know if I'll ever be able to again. So I'll definitely treasure that. And number 5 on my list is gonna be the road trip that I did with my mom. So after I was with Louie and JP in Australia, I ended up flying to Colorado to meet my mom. She was on a road trip across the United States, and I joined her for a couple of weeks from Colorado all the way to LA, and it was so special. It was the first time that my mom had been on that side of the country, and there was a lot of the places that we went I'd never seen before either, so we got to experience a lot together for the first time, and also just to spend that much quality time with her is amazing, and I'm super lucky to have been able to do that because yeah, a lot of times when you grow up, you spend less and less time with your parents, and it's actually when you realize how lucky you are to be able to spend time with them. So I'm very grateful for that time with her and with my dog, Sophie, as well. And also, one of the coolest things is when we got to Las Vegas, it was her birthday in about a week or so after that, so I wanted to do something special, and I surprised her with a helicopter ride over the Grand Canyon, and I'd never seen the Grand Canyon, neither had she. She'd also never been on a helicopter ride, and we literally were in the Uber, and then we just pulled up, and I hadn't told her anything about what we were doing. We pulled up and got out, and she saw the helicopters and was like, oh my gosh, her eyes lit up. And yeah, just being able to experience that with her was so special, and I'm very grateful for it. So yeah, those are the top 5 things that I experienced in 2017 that I just couldn't not share with you guys. So I hope that you guys like this, and I promise this year I'm not gonna let big moments like this go by without me documenting it or uploading it for you guys to see, because these are the things that I want to help inspire you to travel and to see the world and to experience new things and push yourself out of your comfort zone. So yeah, I promise 2018 I'm gonna get better at sharing all of the really special moments with you. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope that you're having a beautiful day, and I will see you tomorrow with another video, because yeah, let's just wrap up this 2017 stuff and get on the really exciting 2018 plans that I have for us. Alright guys, I will see you soon. Bye!